Well, I was walking down the street, feeling kind of neat, when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see that car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. You can make no. Heard you bit your tongue. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. No, I ain't playing. I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass. It's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times his normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if the bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex ray vision. Beat a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, his pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a big slap, slap. Come get your face. hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Look, he's trying to just get home, but he got tired, pulled off. What if you're a young man just getting off of work, waiting on your ride outside of your job, just sitting down on a bench? What you think? Matter of fact, I ain't gonna talk about it. We got to give a shout out to the civil rights attorney. Yeah, civil rights lawyer. Yeah, because that's what we about to cover right here. Yeah, the civil rights lawyer. Shout out to this man. Young man gets off from work, sitting on the bench waiting on his lift to get there, gets arrested. Only in America, y'all. Only in America. Let's check it out.
ID card. Something with your name on it.
That's my ride. I'm going to go.
No, you're not.
I didn't bring any lost.
Stop, dude. You can make an emergency, please. I got one resistant.
I work here, sir. I just stopped working.
22-year-old Paul had just gotten off of work at CVS at 10 o'clock. He called for a car using the Lyft app, and he was waiting for his driver to arrive. A police officer thought he looked suspicious. He refused to let him leave. He threatened to tase him.
Dude, you're going to get tased.
I work here.
Turn around.
I work
Stand up and turn around.
I work here.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move.
Then sent his Lyft driver away and took him to jail.
This is my ride. Just 1 second. Hey, you're good to go. He doesn't need a ride anymore. I'm going to give him one. You are going to jail tonight.
No crime had been committed. No crime had been reported. Just somebody who had just gotten off work, minding their own business.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here.
I do believe that he works here. He's going to learn, fortunately, the hard way. So, yeah, I do believe him. He wouldn't ID himself. So, yeah.
These charges are still pending against Paul, who has no criminal history, who had committed no crime, who was quiet and respectful, and his grandfather is actually a retired police captain from a different city. If you're like me, you've completely lost track of all the things you've subscribed to, and you have no idea how much money that you're wasting. This occurred less than a month ago in Volusia County, Florida, involving the Edgewater Police Department, specifically Officer Haripion, who has worked there since 2022, and so I'm told he's gained quite the reputation already for being quite an authoritarian.
If you don't give me your name and stuff, I can put you in handcuffs.
You didn't ask me for my name. You said my
just
ID. What's your name?
Officer Ripion, if you keep it up, you're going to go in handcuffs.
I'm allowed to ask you your name. I'm telling you, I'm epileptic, and your lights can give me a seizure.
You failing to provide your name?
No, did I say I was failing to
Give me
provide my
your
name? And what crime am I being suspected
You
of?
just said it.
It's not a
Give me your
guessing
name.
game. I don't have to guess what
You're
I'm being
resisting
stopped
now.
for. No, I'm not.
Put your
Call
hands behind
Chaz Geiger.
You're under
No,
arrest.
I'm not. I have not done anything.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, you're not telling me what
You're
I'm
gonna
being
get
stopped for. I'm going to be tased?
Not every interaction between a police officer where he's questioning somebody is a detainment. Sometimes the courts find that those are consensual encounters. But where somebody is actually being detained, they are not free to leave. That triggers the Fourth Amendment. It's not yet an arrest. It's known as a Terry stop. For a lawful Terry stop, a police officer needs specific objective facts, not just a hunch, indicating that some crime or criminal violation has occurred. A police officer must be able to clearly explain observable evidence that justifies the stop. No hunches are allowed. No vague feelings or unsupported intuition, i.e. just looks suspicious, are allowed. This was his initial explanation to Paul about why.
I want to pause right there for a second, y'all, because I want y'all to make sure y'all pay attention to this. And this is a lawyer giving y'all the information, y'all. For a lawful Terry stop, an officer needs specific objective facts, y'all, not just a hunch indicating a crime or a violation. Officer must be able to clearly explain observable evidence that justifies the stop. No hunches, y'all. Oh, not that. That looks suspicious. Suspicious is not a crime. Now, if somebody's walking around, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to shape a narrative or a situation where somebody looking suspicious is valid. But there are times where that can be the case. But sitting outside of a closed business is not suspicion of whatever suspicion he got. And they are actually I ain't even gonna say that either way. It don't even matter. I'm just let this shit keep playing. Check it out, y'all.
His initial explanation to Paul about why he was being arrested.
So I pull up, I see you sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm pulling up, and you're hiding behind the pillars of a closed business. How's that look, dude?
You say hiding. I just got up, put my hoodie on. That's all I did.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work. Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike.
And here was his explanation to the other cops who subsequently arrived on the scene.
I'm passing by assistant with singer, so I was like, I'll dip in and check who it is. As I'm pulling in, he hides behind the pole. So I'm like, that's strange. So obviously I need to talk to this guy. His business is closed.
Yeah.
I go talk to him, like, hey, man. And he's like, am I being detained? I said, yes, you are. You're being detained.
Yeah.
And I asked him for ID. He said he doesn't have it. He says, my ride's here. I'm going to leave. I said, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And then I said, and that's why he was getting up to leave. And I pulled my taser out, and my Drago started barking. I think he got a little worried, so he fucking started to comply then. But, so he's going to jail for resisting.
Where the hell's his ride?
That was his Uber right there. Apparently he works here, but dude, he passed that point and he's trying to jump in that and leave.
Yeah.
I do believe.
So this other officer, think about how stupid this is. This other officer is sitting right here listening to him give his account of what just transpired. And not once in his explanation did he ever say what this kid did that was criminal to require that kid to identify to him. But when the kid, he did say the kid said he didn't want to identify and he was trying to leave. What did he do that was criminal? This other cop is sitting right here. Because a lot of folks be trying to talk about, yeah, it's just a few bad apples. No, these people believe they can do this bullshit. They truly believe if I tell you something, you gotta do what I tell you to do, no matter what, no matter if it's legal or not, no matter if I have the right to require that of you or not. He saw the kid. You think he was hiding behind a pillar? Okay, that's not against the fucking law. That does not give you the right to come up and say, give me your ID. Because I think I saw you do something. I think I saw you hiding behind that pillar. That's not against the law to hide behind a fucking pillar. And this other officer is sitting right here like, yep, okay, yep, okay. Sound about right? What? So we got two dummies on the force, huh? We got two dummies on the force. All right.
That he works here. I mean, he looks like he's working with his clothing, but I mean, he was going to try to dictate and tell me he was going to leave. So I'm not playing that game. No, he's going to learn, fortunately, the hard way. So he's like, my ride's here. I'm going to leave. I said, no, you're not, dude. I said, you're detained. And then he went and knocked himself. So yeah.
And here's the full arrest report narrative where he alleges his reasonable suspicion for detaining and subsequently arresting Paul. Officer Ripion observed a white male with a hoodie on out front of a closed business. Officer Ripion pulled into the business in his marked patrol vehicle. Officer Ripion observed the unknown male begin to hide his person behind a pillar on the building. Officer Ripion made contact with the subject on the above suspicious behavior. Officer Ripion began to speak with the unknown male and he expressed that he wanted to leave. Officer Ripion explained to the unknown male he was detained. And finally, here is the actual body cam footage. This is the exact moment that the body cam footage turns on without the audio. Where the audio turns on, that is the exact moment that Officer Ripion turns his body cam on.
What's going on with you?
So we don't hear what was said prior to the point that he turned that on. But what we do see is this 22-year-old Paul just sitting outside his place of employment, wearing a hoodie. We don't see Paul committing any crime. We don't see Paul doing anything suspicious. And once the audio turns on, we can hear that Officer Ripion is extremely aggressive. He's escalating what should have been a consensual encounter where he's just alleviating some hunch or suspicion that he has. And he's escalating that immediately to a detainment. He's threatening to tase him. He's threatening to have his canine bite him. This guy really appears to have some anger issues.
What's going on with you? ID card. Something with your name on it. 6K93 Central?
That's my ride. I'm gonna go.
No, you're not. Can you show me now, unit, please?
I didn't break any laws. I didn't break any laws, sir.
Stop, dude. You can make an emergency, please. I got one resisting.
I work here, sir. I just stopped work.
Dude, you're gonna get tased.
Okay, I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. Don't move. If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit. Stop moving your hands.
Yeah, y'all notice how amazing it is. The dog started barking as soon as he said there's a canine in there and the dog gonna bite you if you move. Like, I don't understand all the aggression, but it was kind of funny that the dog barked on cue.
6K93 Central. I got one detained. Who is that? Is that person related to you?
That's my lift. Can you just let them know that it's $40.
I asked, okay, I pull up. Let's recap everything.
All right.
So I pull up. I see you sitting there. And then all of a sudden I'm pulling up and you're hiding behind the pillars of a closed business. How's that look, dude?
Well,
Hang on.
you say howdy. I just got
Dude,
him.
but just look from my, it's a closed business.
Right.
I pull up, you're hiding behind the pillars. It looks strange. Does that look weird? Does that sound weird to you?
You say
And then
howdy.
listen,
Okay.
and then I tell you you're detained.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you're gonna leave.
How do you ask the motherfucker a question and when he get ready to answer, you cut him off and start saying some more shit? All the officer's doing right now, y'all, is trying to justify why he has this kid in handcuffs, and he doesn't have any justification for it. He has no legal reason for putting this man in handcuffs. He's just gonna try to shape one in his head to make himself feel like he's on the right type of shit. But he's in the wrong.
That look, dude.
Well,
Hang on.
you say howdy. I just got him.
Dude, but just look from my, it's a closed business.
Right.
I pull up, you're hiding behind the pillars. It looks strange. Does that look weird? Does that sound weird to you?
You say
And then
howdy.
listen,
Okay.
and then I tell you you're
Cut
detained.
him off.
And you're telling me you're gonna leave.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
And you were resisting.
Okay. Okay. I apologize. You say howdy. I just got him to put my hoodie on. That's all I did.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here. But what time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Just tell me what time it is. I get it. Look what,
What's your name?
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work. My manager just left. His name is Mike. I'm your ride. This is my ride. Just 1 second.
Yeah. I'll talk to him for a second. Hey, you're good to go. He doesn't need a ride anymore. I'm gonna give him one. I said he called a lift or something, I think.
Yeah, we're on the left.
Yeah, I got one for him. So you're free to go.
Yeah.
You can cancel it or something. He might get arrested.
Yeah,
So
I hear you. I just I'm trying to figure out with her cancel it. So
okay, I got you. You can hang out then. All right, I appreciate it.
So was his initial stop and therefore the entire incident justified at the inception? The reasonable suspicion that he is claiming he observed Paul, 1, wearing a hoodie, 2, standing outside what he believed to be a closed business, and 3, he claims that he observed him hide behind a pillar, allegedly, though Paul claims that he was just putting on his hoodie. Let's just accept for a moment that that does qualify as reasonable suspicion. Then what? That just entitles him to do everything that he did in this video, the way he talked to him, pointing a taser at him.
I got one resisting.
I work here, sir. I just got off work.
Dude, you're gonna get tased.
Okay, I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up. Turn around.
I work here.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move.
Threatening to have his dog bite him,
If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit.
placing him in handcuffs for the amount of time that occurred, lecturing him, questioning him, and so on. If there's reasonable suspicion, can he just do whatever he wants? Looking again to the 11th Circuit in U.S. versus Campbell from 2022, an en banc court, which means the entire court, very important, held that consistent with the Fourth Amendment, an officer may perform a limited investigatory detention of someone he reasonably suspects has committed criminal activity. Such stops may last only as long as is necessary to achieve their limited investigatory purpose. What I think is very important here is that at some point, Officer Ripion admits that he does believe Paul is an employee of CVS who was waiting for his Lyft driver. He admits that multiple times, yet he still arrests Paul.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here.
Yeah, I do believe him. You are going to jail tonight.
And in the body cam footage, we can see that the real reason for the arrest was the allegation that Paul failed to present his ID when ordered to.
No, he's gonna learn, fortunately, the hard way. So he wouldn't come around himself. So yeah.
However, a guy sitting outside of CVS in the state of Florida has no obligation to carry any sort of government ID on him. He had not been driving a vehicle. He never failed to alleviate the officer's suspicions about maybe he's up to no good. In fact, he did alleviate those suspicions.
I got one resisting.
I work here, sir. I just got off work. Okay, I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
I work here.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move.
You say howdy. I just got him to put my hoodie on. That's all I
Do
did.
you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here. But what time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Just tell me what time it is.
Dude.
I get it. Look what,
What's your name?
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work. My manager just left. His name is Mike.
The officer just wanted that ID. It was like crack. He had to have it.
Don't lean against the car so hard. I gotta check your pockets. You got anything illegal on you that you shouldn't have? You are going to jail tonight. I was pretty clear with you and cool. Dude, you're gonna get tased.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
I work.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit. You don't get to tell me that you're gonna leave, okay? I told you. You asked me if you were detained. I said yes, dude. And then you decided you just want to leave and do whatever the fuck you want. Are you gonna talk or no? Okay.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. This shit, wow. You saw this shit?
I'm trying to tell you, and I've been saying it for years, and I'm gonna keep saying it as long as I do these type of contents, these type of videos. For all those people out there that don't care when people's rights get violated, when cops do shit like this, I promise you it's just a matter of time till they do it to you. This kid was not doing anything illegal, just like the first gentleman in the first video, not doing anything illegal. But just because we have so many people that don't care about their fellow citizens and don't care about correcting officers, always try to make the excuse, oh, they got a hard job. They got a tough job. They'll chalk it up. to the cops having a tough job to violating their fellow citizens' rights is gonna eventually happen to you. Kid can't even sit outside of the place he works to wait on his ride because a cop thinks that he's being suspicious. Yeah, I told y'all it was cool and fine when they was doing it to black folks. So I'm trying to tell these same folks, they doing it to y'all now. And I bet money a lot of y'all still ain't gonna give a fuck. He must have had something going on. The cop put the dick for no reason. We watching 2 videos where these motherfuckers doing shit for no damn reason.
Also, by the way, what we have here are 2 things. Custodial interrogation. When a police officer has somebody both in custody and they are asking questions where incriminating responses may be elicited, they have to have first read Miranda rights to the individual. Here, that did not occur. Paul is being interrogated while in custody. Thus, Miranda applies. While that's not something that you can sue for, any statements made here would be inadmissible in court, assuming Paul filed a motion to suppress those statements.
Take a seat. What's that?
That's my this seat right here.
You don't want to? You don't have questions for me? You understand why you're getting arrested?
I was just sitting there. I got.
Do you understand why you're getting arrested?
My lift came.
I'll pull this back so you don't get too hot.
No. Put my hoodie back on.
Nope. I don't want you to overheat back here, dude. So you don't want me to explain to you? You're good? I want to explain to you. I think I dictated a little bit what was going on. You look. It was very strange. You closed business. I pull up. You're hiding behind the pole. So I get out with you. Okay. I asked you to identify yourself. Then you asked me to detain. I tell you you are detained. Okay. Because Lord and Crowley, I can investigate that. Although I'm not going to charge you with that, nor I'm going to go further in that. I'm asked you to identify yourself. You fail to do that, I'm going to charge you with resisting. Okay.
Rippion has now adopted his own facts that are not the real facts. He did not ask merely for Paul to identify himself. He asked for an ID card.
What's going on with you? ID card. Something with your name on it.
If the concern was that he was a prowler or loitering, Paul identified himself as an employee of the store. Not only that, he even gave the name of his supervisor.
Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got.
Man, we're gonna stop right here for a second, man. We got Hurricane up in the building. What it do? I know you got that new phone. He gonna sound good, y'all. Watch this.
What I know, it's your man Hurricane JW. You catch your Hurricane JW, JW2 on YouTube, home of the Fuck the Government podcast, and fuck the police too. What's up?
Hey, yeah, you coming through clean, man. What it do, man? Look, man, give me your thoughts on this so far, man. Because I'm like, I'm a little irritated with it. That's the reason I'm covering it. But what are your thoughts on this right now? Because this young white man, in my opinion, ain't did nothing wrong.
Man, my thoughts on it is like, I saw the first video too, man, but I couldn't jump on. But that's like me just getting off of work and I'm just chilling in front of the work site. That's in front of a bus stop, waiting on the bus to come, and I get flicked for no reason. Dog, I'm heated and I'm suing.
Mm-hmm. This is what's really bothering me, because I'm like, a lot of people automatically assume the guilt in anybody if the cops say they stopped somebody. Like, I done ran across so many people like, yeah, I got stopped by the police, and the whole time they sitting there like, yeah, you probably did it. Because most people are gonna try to express how innocent they are about things, but I think we have a sentiment in society in America that if you got arrested by the cops, you obviously did something. But these 2 situations that I'm showing tonight, or at least trying to, show that these people didn't do anything. And there are a lot of people out here that have been hemmed up by the cops, hemmed up by the justice system for just existing in an area at a certain time.
They got to meet that quota.
I swear. Dude sitting there, dude just sitting down at the. I couldn't picture that, man. Me getting off of work and I'm sitting in the car getting ready to leave, like getting my music right, getting my seatbelt on, doing everything. And next thing you know, a cop pull up on me. Oh, you look suspicious. You sitting outside of a closed business. It's like, what? Bitch, I just got off.
Right. I locked the fuck thing up. Like what the fuck?
Dude, I had
the work keys in my pocket, dog. How the niggas gonna get into work tomorrow? I'm going to jail with the work keys in my pocket.
Dude, I remember one time I had to show a dude my damn, because I wasn't trying to deal with it at the time. I used to work for a place called Tuesday Morning. And every night I used to have to take the money and drop it off at the bank in the drop box. And I remember one day I'm locking, I unlocked the door. I had to pull our little things up. And by the time I'm pulling up, there's always used to be a cop that used to always come around at different times and circulate that little shopping center. And he pulled up, was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, dude, I'm in a red shirt with a name tag on, shirt tucked in with a belt, some slacks on. And I got the bag of money in my hand. This motherfucker swooping down. I just robbed this motherfucker. I'm like, so you really think I tucked my shirt, put a belt on and all this? got a random name tag to rob this motherfucker. Like, nigga, I'm closing up. Luckily, I had one of the dudes that worked underneath me there, so that kind of helped tell the story a little bit better, and somebody else was there. But I had to show this nigga my whole ID and all this shit, and I'm like, that's when I didn't know the law. I didn't know the law. I should have looked at this motherfucker like he crazy. Like, bro, bitch, I got on a shirt that say Tuesday morning. A collar shirt. I don't think nobody going out buying these motherfuckers and wearing them around. I got a name badge that say Tuesday morning. Like, nigga, I look like I'm getting off work. But this motherfucker was on some whole ass shit for probably about 5 minutes until he was like, all right, y'all gonna be safe and all this shit. I'm like, bitch, you need to just escort me down here to the bank so I can drop this bread off, nigga. Like, while you over here trying to be Captain Solve It All.
Right. Be my bodyguard. They gotta go cash the shit in.
I'm like, then, cause dude, we used to close that bitch down at 11 o'clock at night.
Damn.
So I'm like I get that it's late at night and there's two black dudes coming out of a building and shit, but like you sat here and watched me lock the door and close the gate and lock the gate.
And I'm on camera, bitch.
It's like I'm like, I understand what I've been in situations like this before. And I'm like, this dude just getting off work, man, just sitting down waiting on his ride. You can't even do that, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. I'm keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it until somebody fucking get it. All these white folks, and I'm trying to tell y'all, because y'all the number one supporters of these police. When y'all was okay with them doing that shit, the black folks and other folks, brown folks, as they like to say, y'all thought it was all fine and dandy, but I promise you, after they did it for us so long, they start doing that shit to y'all.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening right here. This kid ain't got no record, no nothing, but he going to jail because of, I don't even know what the fuck he's going to jail for. Like, that's crazy,
right, dog. You gotta be there for just motherfucking 24 hours and they gonna let the nigga out. That's some bullshit still. I'm suing their ass.
Yeah, that's what that'll be number one on my shit. Suing their ass for sure. And then people always get mad when I tell them, like, look, man, I want to sue the city. It's like, why do you want to do that? Because they do fucked up shit like this.
Yeah.
I believe they should take away the tax dollars of the people that support them. Y'all want to support them, all right, then pay for them when they fuck up.
Yeah.
Gotta pay the cost to be the boss. But either way, though, any more thoughts before I fucking keep playing it? Because we just got a little bit left in this one.
So let's keep on rocking out. Keep rocking out.
All right, here we go, y'all. Let's keep going.
Off work. My manager just left. His name is Mike.
Yeah, I do believe him.
And that's the fucked up part. You actually believe that he works there. So why is he in the back of the goddamn police car?
Right. Like, even the judge gonna throw it out if he see this shit. Like, what the fuck you did?
And that's the shit that pissed me off. They said earlier that the case is still pending. I'm like, how long? I want to know how long it's been pending for. Because I'm like, it's clear.
I think the judge and the cop know each other, dog. I think the judge and the cop probably know each other.
They might, because like, look, they all like this, man. No matter what they say, from the cop to the DA to the judge, all the way to the stenographer out that bitch typing his shit. They all in it. They all together on this shit. I swear, man. I'm like, damn, like, come on, let's be real, man. Because I want to see the date on this shit. Let me see. What did it say? It say 2025 5/10. So this is last month.
Damn, last month. That's fucked up.
It's last month on the 10th. And he posted this video, if it's last month on the 10th, and this video came out on June the 3rd. So almost 30 days, and he said the fucking shit is still pending on the kid.
That's crazy.
That's almost 30 days.
Got down 24 hours.
They should have been there through that shit out already. Yeah. That don't make no damn sense.
So they got his fingerprints, everything for nothing. That's dang.
Look, I call that shit kidnapping. That's what I like to call it.
Yep.
Because I swear if we did it, that's exactly what they'd call it. Kidnapping, and we held a motherfucker for ransom. Because I bet money he had to bail out.
Yep.
Let's see. Let it keep going. This crazy.
Oh, okay. I've never dealt with.
The fact is, no crime was committed, and nobody reasonable would have suspected that any crime was committed. But even assuming that there was some reasonable suspicion based on the totality of the circumstances, somebody in a hoodie outside a closed store acting with some sort of furtive movement, that only entitles a police officer to perform a limited investigatory detention of that individual, not to treat somebody the way that Paul was treated here. And really, he was given no opportunity to even comply with the plethora of orders being thrown at him by this highly aggressive, escalating police officer with a temper. That is not a stop that lasted only so long as was necessary to achieve the limited investigatory purpose of this officer's unfounded suspicions, or as I would call it, a hunch. Therefore, now we have somebody who is completely innocent, no criminal record, whose grandfather was a police captain in the same county, by the way, completely treated like garbage. They're trying to ruin his life. These charges are still pending, and you can help by sharing this footage. Spread it far and wide so that everybody sees the sort of thing that happens every day across this country. Nobody should be punished for asserting their constitutional rights. The same FUDs who probably watching this are saying, F around, find out, and he should have complied, are the same ones who are the first to complain when it has to do with my guns, my Second Amendment. Constitutional rights are constitutional rights.
That nigga did not say my guns. My guns, you gonna take my guns.
It has to do with my guns, my Second Amendment. Constitutional rights are constitutional rights. We cannot draw a distinction. We either protect and defend them or we don't. Our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary.
And look, he 100% correct, man. Because those will be the same people. And I've heard it for years, man. Motherfuckers say, you ain't gonna come and take my guns. When nobody's ever tried to take your guns. But they the same people that'll sit here and act like they don't know what the fuck is going on when it comes to shit like this, man. I'm like, man, give me your whole breakdown of this, man, because I'm a little irritated now after really thinking about this situation.
Yeah, man. Me too, dog. It's all messed up. It's all messed up. Dog, it's all messed up. And for the guy that was sleeping in the vehicle, that's real messed up for him. The only thing wrong he did was probably parking a little off, but that was it.
That was the one thing I was trying to find something to be like, because that was my first instinct. Find if he really did something wrong. And that would have been the only thing I said, but then I had to rethink about it. I'm like, he's on private property. He can park however the fuck he wants. That's like you parking across two fucking lanes at Walmart. They can't come up and write you a ticket for parking across 2 lanes at Walmart. That's private fucking property.
Right.
Now, Walmart can ask your ass to leave for parking like that in their parking lot, but they can't write you no fucking ticket for that shit. And a lot of people don't know that.
Right.
A lot of people don't be getting that shit. I be like, man, I had to look hard into that, man. Like, look, you on private property, man. You could look. The only thing that can happen is some people ask your ass to leave. Can y'all come get this motherfucker off my property? And by that time, you have to leave. But outside of that, these motherfuckers can't do no goddamn shit to you. They can't do nothing to you. They don't own that property. It's not. They don't have the jurisdiction to order you to do any goddamn thing on no goddamn private property. That's crazy. But nah,
they should have walked up and just said, "Hey, yo, you got to wake up and leave."
Plain and simple. And that's the crazy thing. In that first one, I was like, they never specified who called. Who was the caller that complained? Because if it wasn't somebody on that property, it was just somebody that drove by. Like, y'all definitely don't have no right to be up in this man's face. It's one thing for y'all to having a consensual conversation, just talk to him, but you didn't have any legal obligation to fucking make that man leave or accuse him of anything. That dude just, and look, he did exactly what they tell you to do, man. That's the crazy part. If you tired, don't be driving, man. Pull over, get some rest. That's what he did. And then he ended up going to jail for that.
So basically, he should have just called a cab to pick him up. Or do what Tyler Craig did. Call AAA and say your car ain't working, just ride the tow truck home with your car in the back. There's a will, there's a way, right?
Hey, look, man. They
Peter Tyler Craig.
That shit irritates the fuck out of me. Cause look, I told him, man, I ain't covering no more videos of them doing shit to black folks unless it's just like some egregious shit. Because obviously that don't seem to invoke no type of emotional feeling to get people compelled to do the right thing and call the bullshit out. I'm just gonna keep showing them doing it to people like them. Like that's all I can do, because I'm like, look, this is, if you would have changed the skin tone of some people, man, a lot of folks wouldn't give a fuck. But I hope that actually makes somebody, one guy sleeping in his vehicle trying to be safe, one kid just getting the fuck off of work and happened to have a hoodie on his head.
Right.
I bet it. Look, y'all. I hope you ready to see this shit, man. Look, they don't even give a fuck about the privacy of your home, y'all. They don't care about the privacy of your home. They don't care if you have mental problems, have like autistic or some shit like that. They don't care about none of that. If you don't bow down immediately, this is gonna happen to you. So y'all get ready. Glad you keyed it up, Hurricane. Check it out. Third video, y'all. Final one. Cop yanks autistic kid out of his home onto the ground. Let's see what this autistic kid did to deserve this.
Sheriff's office, open the door now. If you don't open the door, we're going to write a warrant and kick your door in. Step out now.
Why?
This police officer in Florida pulled an autistic kid right
Yeah,
out of his own
man,
front
look.
door, flings him.
Two of them back to back in Florida, man. I was not trying to get two of them back to back in Florida, but either way,
Damn.
on the ground, puts him in handcuffs, and arrests him.
Put your hands behind your back now.
I call my mom.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, can I call my mom first? Look at my headphones. I'm not doing it.
Why did he do it? Because he saw the kid walking in his own neighborhood.
You're wandering around in the middle of the road, which is a pedestrian violation.
I was checking my mail.
My car is literally a marked unit.
damn, is that Red Illusion? That look like Red Illusion right there, man. God damn, man. That look like Red Illusion right there. That's crazy.
Get him.
That should look just like Red.
You turn in front of me and walk towards your door.
When the sheriff's department that employs this police officer found out what happened, guess what? They supported it. But when the public saw the footage, they were outraged. Then the sheriff's department began to backpedal, and now they've apparently suspended the officer. Let me point out their gaslighting and explain
Lord,
why
let's
just
see this
suspending him
shit.
is not enough.
Let's see this shit, because, hey, look, that sounds just about right. That sounds about right part for course. So it happened. They backed the officer, then the video got out, and now they want to act like they ain't. Okay. That sounds about right to me. That sounds about how they get down. Autistic kid. Okay, let's see.
Damn.
Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel, where the mission is to
Tell 'em.
protect and defend your constitutional rights so that the things that you see in this video don't happen again to somebody else. This video is from the Pensacola, Florida area, Santa Rosa
Damn, that's where I was born.
County, Florida. This involves the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office and Deputy Zachary McPherson. The incident happened on January 29th of 2025 on Julia Drive in Milton, Florida. Two neighbors across the street from 20-year-old Alexander Cash say that he had just returned from walking his younger brother home from the school bus stop, and he was checking the mail when Deputy McPherson pulled up in his patrol car. He saw Alexander wearing a black hoodie over his head walking across the street, and he said, "Come here." But Alexander just kept walking away from him back towards his house. Deputy McPherson didn't know it at the time, allegedly, but he later learned that Alexander was wearing headphones under his hoodie, and he didn't hear the deputy because he was listening to music. And he listens to music because he has severe ADHD and mild autism, and headphones and music allows him to function, essentially. It helps keep him focused. The deputy allegedly ordered him to stop several more times, but Alexander just kept walking towards his home and into his home. The neighbors said that it appeared to them that Deputy McPherson became angry when Alexander walked back into his house and shut and locked the door. McPherson then pounded on the door, demanding that it be opened, or he would go and get a warrant and then kick the door down.
Sheriff's office, open the door now. If you don't open the door, we're going to write a warrant and kick your door in. Open the door now.
When Alexander eventually did open the door, Deputy McPherson grabbed Alexander,
Step out.
Why?
Step out now.
Why?
yanked him out of his house and onto the front yard. And he began to sort of tussle with him on the ground.
Can I ask what is going on?
Put your hands behind your back now.
And he put him in handcuffs.
I call my mom?
Put your hands behind your back
Can I
now.
call my mom?
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, can I call my mom first?
Now y'all hear that lady across the street. You know that's a black woman right there. Listen to that sound again.
Hey, can I call my mom first?
What's your mama number? who gonna be your only allies when some shit popping off? So let's do a quick rundown. This kid's walking out to the mailbox. Clearly their mailbox is on the other side of the street. He sees the cop coming, he walked back across the street. The cop yells at him to stop. Let's start right there. Why'd he tell him to stop?
Right.
What's his legal reason for telling this kid to stop? He was walking across the street in a residential neighborhood, and the car was coming down the street, so he turned around and walked back and went inside the house. Why are you yelling at this kid to stop? And I'm Hurricane. What's your best guess of why he told him to stop? What looks suspicious about that kid?
Oh man, nothing but the hoodie.
Goddamn hoodie, man.
That goddamn hoodie.
Yeah, demonized hoodies, y'all. Why? Hey, look, don't matter if you're wearing it at nighttime. Don't matter if you're wearing it in the daytime. They done criminalized hoodies.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is too.
Yeah, I think it's that Trayvon Martin, the whole incident all over again, but just with the white folks now. And the police just stalking niggas.
So I'm like, this nigga done ran up to their door. Look, turned the truck all the way around, parked it on the side of the road, came up to the door, started banging on the door like this some great emergency because his kid didn't stop when you told him to stop, but you didn't have no reason to stop him. You bang on the door talking about we gonna kick it in. If you don't open it, we gonna go get a warrant, kick it in. Get a warrant for what?
Right. And plus, he should have saw the kid and realized, all right, this guy's not grown. Let me tone down my aggression and talk to him. But you know, like going back to the beginning, like he should have never stopped him to begin with.
Yeah, look, I 100% agree with you, man. Look, have a conversation and try to figure out, like, at least give somebody a chance to quell your fears, even though your fears are not even substantiated on nothing.
Exactly.
You ain't witnessed no goddamn crime. So I don't know why you coming up to the fucking house with all that energy because this kid didn't stop when you told him to stop. He don't have to. Just because you yell at somebody don't get. Yeah, he can cross the street.
No more.
Like, come on here, walking while white. look, we got walking while white. This is crazy right now. So banging on the door, the kid, and I tell y'all, man, please listen to me when I say this. Stop opening your fucking door for them. Stop opening them door. If they gonna kick it in, let them kick it in. Let them kick it in if they're gonna kick it in. You do not have to open that motherfucking door for their ass. Unless they have a warrant that they can present to you and you can see it. Do not open your fucking door. But this kid opened the fucking door, and what'd he do? Yank his ass out the fucking house. Throw him on the ground.
Right. I'm glad they didn't kill him like they did the last autistic kid. I forgot what city that was in and shit, but like they murked his ass. Let's see how this shit keep going, man. Cause I bet it gets a little worse. But once again, going back to the what's your mama number? even the same folks that you are descended of, well, y'all descendants of them people that done did some fucked up shit, even the folks that your people oppressed and did fucked up shit to, his only ally. It's only ally across the street. What's your mama number? Actually showing concern for this young kid because she probably know that kid. She probably know he autistic. He probably don't harm nobody, do nothing. She probably wonder, why is this cop putting hands on him? A lot of y'all motherfuckers look at other folks in y'all community and other folks just stand there and watch. You just stand there and watch and don't say a motherfucking word. At least she opened her mouth. She opened her fucking mouth for that kid. Even though they ain't gonna do nothing for it, but at least you see somebody care, somebody concerned. I done seen too many times, I've seen folks get hand up, and it's a whole crowd of folks. Everybody, different race in there. You see the ones that open their mouth, you see the ones who just sit there and watch. This shit crazy. But either way, I'm sorry. I need to stop playing the racial card. Stop being a victim, JVJ.
I just want to know what's going on. I just want to know what's going on.
She calling all that shit out.
She going
She
in.
calling all that shit out. Yeah, he said he gonna kick that door in, get a warrant. Look. And I heard a black dude in there too, man. Look, let me slow this down a little bit, man. Let me slow this down a little bit, man. Because look, they over there advocating for the kid, man. I know some people like them loud ass motherfuckers. Nah, they advocating for that kid because this shit right here that's happening is wrong, man.
I just want to know what's going on. I just want to know what's going on. May I ask what's going on?
Yes, sir, you can. Give me just a second to make sure these handcuffs aren't too tight on you, and I will explain in detail.
I'm talking to him.
Look, said that shit perfectly. Something y'all need to learn how to do is talk. Y'all because pretty much he just grabbed the kid.
Right.
Told him to step outside. He didn't have to step outside. And when he didn't step outside, he just grabbed him and went straight to force. Straight to force. Aggressive ass. And it looked like that other cop was trying to walk in the door. I ain't even gonna say nothing about it yet. I need to get full confirmation, but it looked like he tried to walk inside that house. What kind of cop shoes are those, man? Them motherfucker got some Asics on. I'm sorry, y'all. I saw that shit. Hey, hold on, man. What am I doing with that, man? It's like, come on.
Brother, what's that?
Man, goes to have on you folks gonna have on cop boots, man. What the fuck you got on? Tennis shoes out here?
Going on? I don't understand.
What's going on, sir, is that I've ordered you to stop 3 times and identified myself as the sheriff's deputy while you were walking away from me. Then you rush in your house and lock your door.
Well, I was listening to my music, so I didn't.
And when I tell you to step out, you're not doing it.
I was listening to my music. I didn't.
How do I know what you're doing?
You can listen to my head.
How do you know what he like? What are you talking about? How do I know? How about you ask fucking questions like the people across the street told you?
Right.
Y'all motherfuckers need to learn how to talk to people. You just assuming. All right.
Exactly.
All right. Man. All right. I'm not look. Okay.
But I couldn't see that.
I had my head.
But I couldn't see that, right?
Mind your business.
I don't know what. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, look. Tell them to mind their business.
Just like a movie. Just like a fucking
Look,
movie. Dog.
Get inside, y'all. Get inside.
Nothing to see here.
Look. The sad part, I already know these motherfuckers about to get loud with that one. You even tell us mind our goddamn business. We are minding our business. That's our fellow citizen right there across the street. I'm trying to tell you, man. I don't know why they fucking color us a certain way, put a certain narrative on us. Because the sad part, even when fucked up shit happened to them, we be the first ones to say something. Because we know what injustice and bullshit look like.
Yeah.
Only motherfuckers got his back. You can tell that some black folks cross that street. You can tell that some black folks cross that street, man. And before we keep going, man, we got Miss Jackson up in the building. Say something. Let me see what that audio sounded like.
What's good tonight?
What's good, Miss Jackson?
All right. Glad to join again another evening with you.
Hey, yo, what's your thoughts real quick, like so far on this shit right here?
Oh, man, you already took the words out my mouth. Like, it's a stereotype. You know what I'm saying? I guess they so used to, the ones going in, ganking people and robbing the stores with the hoodies and the mask and all this and that. And somehow, how you look like you committing a crime or robbing a store, walking down the street in broad daylight? So it's a stereotype with these hoodies and stuff. You just want to up and attack. And then, like you said, the boy going in his house about his business, and then the dude, officer, knock on his door, and we're going to get a warrant. Get a warrant for what? What crime has been committed? So yeah, man, we already see he on the humbug, and I believe they look for certain people to target. You know what I'm saying? In certain areas, in certain neighborhoods, and we feel he got the opportunity. Ain't nobody really around, ain't too much of a crowd watching, then they attack. So that's man, it's sad, man.
Look, you just hit it on the head, because guess what? If you got some black neighbors across the street, according to the stereotypes in America, this must be a low-income area. According to what I was
gonna tell you, that's a good one. That Red Illusion is his twin.
It's his cousin, his brother right there, man. That Red right there. He look just like Red, though. I ain't gonna lie. He kind of look like Red. But nah, for real, they do target people in lower income areas, because they have a constant belief. And I need to show that cop video one of these days. Even cops talk about it. Former cops, they say they target these people because these people, they don't see them as having any type of financial backing to defend themselves in the court. So it's an easy case. Like, we need to get a quota of a certain amount of people arrested. We know where to go to get that, because these people can't defend themselves.
That's right.
Don't get a court-appointed lawyer. That lawyer ain't gonna give a fuck about trying to make sure they innocent and shit. Motherfucker, we got them. Got him in the system. We did what we need to do. But either way, don't watch it. I bet them black folks about to turn up because the motherfucker told them to mind their business.
Right?
Mind your business.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey!
In the body cam footage,
Now you
both
wanna yell at
neighbors can be
somebody
heard
else.
yelling and cursing as both parties were recording.
Hey, you can stand and record all you want, but if you keep it up, you're going in handcuffs next. Now sit up.
That motherfucker said, you ain't gonna do shit to me. And look, and everybody, I want y'all to truly understand this. Stop letting these motherfuckers intimidate you from talking. You have the freedom of speech. We covered a video where the guy was standing on the side of the road holding the sign, and they came up there trying to get him to take his sign down because somebody called because he had what it said, fuck the police. Yeah, right when they left, because they knew they couldn't fuck with him, that motherfucker started yelling. They can't do nothing. You have the right to speak. You have a right to speak. Now, are there restrictions on your speech? Hell yes. But yelling is not one of them. Yelling is not one of them, motherfuckers. Stop letting them motherfucker, that boy said, fuck the the police. don't let them do that. They trying to intimidate the neighbors. Oh, man, go ahead.
NWA said it best.
They trying to intimidate the citizens when they doing fucked up shit. Don't be intimidated, y'all. Look, they work for us. Everybody need to remember that at the end of the day. They work for us, not the other way around. Not the other way around. And they need to understand, bitch, you are an employee. You are not my boss.
Well, whoever the broad is across the way, it sounds like a black lady, and she on top of her game. She's doing exactly right to document this, to have some type of receipts and pull out her phone and record what's going on. Because, of course, the officer hasn't took the time to really get information or a background history or conversate with this young man to know he's artistic.
Yeah, just grabbed him and threw him on the ground. Just straight to violence.
Yeah, so she going in, and at least she's smart enough to document it. Yeah.
I heard 3 different voices as of right now. It sounds like a couple people over there. I think I heard 2 girls and a dude. Let's see how it keep playing out.
What's going on? I don't understand.
You're being detained right now for failing to abide by my instructions to stop.
Yeah. He went up in the house. Hell. He in the house. I had a feeling that other motherfucker was in the house. That motherfucker went up in their house. Lawsuit.
It's very simple.
Listen to my headphones. I'm not doing anything.
I can see that through his hoodie. Somebody gives a fuck what you're recording.
Can I ask you why you?
I got a camera on my chest too.
Can I ask why you wanted to stop me?
Yes, because you're wandering around in the middle of the road, which is a pedestrian violation.
I was checking my mail. My mailbox is in his yard. My mom asked me.
Sir, I literally watched you from over there. You walked across. You were on your cell phone. You never looked any direction.
She said he was on his cell phone. You know he gonna play the video back, y'all.
You were standing in the middle of the road.
Look,
I got out with you.
Can I just show you right quick?
Give me just a second. You're asking me all these questions, and I'm explaining them to you. Okay?
Okay.
So I get out with you right here. My car is literally a marked unit. You turn in front of me and walk towards your door. And I am screaming at you to stop.
My music was loud.
Right, but I can't see you that you had music on your head, right?
Yeah.
Because you had what on your head?
My hoodie.
Right. So when I go up there and I knock on the door and I say, "Sheriff's office, come out," and you answer the door and I say, step out of the house, and you're like, why? It's perfectly reasonable for me to believe that you're trying to run from me.
But I didn't.
It's perfectly reasonable for him trying to run from you when he opened the door for you after you banged on his front door.
Right. That shit don't make no goddamn shit.
Ain't you, motherfucker. Running from you mean he going the opposite direction. He came to where you were.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
This dude's really, and the sad part, this is the 3rd time you got an officer that did something wrong, y'all. And look how they all keep trying to justify their wrong actions. Well, I didn't know you had headphones on. You don't know nothing. You just stopped this kid because he was walking to his mailbox and turned around. Like, what's going on right here? Are you so hot? And this is why criminals commit so many crimes, because they out here fucking around with vulnerable folks and people that ain't breaking the law. People that ain't did nothing. They got so much of their time focused on fucking with people who ain't breaking the law that they can't catch the motherfuckers that's actually out here committing real crimes. You ever know they never catch the real criminal until after the fact. Crime being committed and shit. This kid walking across the street and turning back around, and you over here then yank the kid to the ground, threw them all on the ground and shit. Like, dude, there's some real crimes probably going on in your town right now. Your wife probably getting smashed by your neighbor right now. What are you doing fucking with this little kid?
For real, though.
Exactly, man. And I feel like these folks think a badge mean kiss their ass. No, you kiss our ass. You know, we taxpayers, we American citizens, we homeowners, we head of household, we're adults. Like, come on, dude. This grown folk shit, this reality in real life. And while you sitting around with your thumb up your ass, you know, just trying to create something to do instead of going to find something constructive, you choose to attack innocent people. So yeah, man, it's just, it goes to show an attitude of arrogance because of the position they placed in, which results back to abuse of authority.
I'm gonna hit it for y'all one more time.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
right. It ain't right.
That's right.
Americans need to open their mouth, man, for real. Americans need to start opening their mouth and fucking saying something. But look, you see, it's one. I don't know if it's gonna be more people to come out and say something, but we know who the fuck actually calling this shit out. We know who calling this shit out right now in this video. I wonder if his own folks will even call out this bullshit when it's happening to him.
You're not listening to what I'm saying to do.
I was, but I was wanting to know why before I stepped out my house.
And what I will do is, sir, when you abide by my instructions.
It's amazing that now it's some sir type shit. Where this sir shit come from? He a sir. I ain't never seen him calling a black dude no sir.
I will explain everything to you. But I don't know who you are. And I don't know why you're failing to abide by my instructions.
I didn't hear you.
Right, but I didn't know that.
And we're trying to...
Well, you know now.
So I have every reason to put my hands on you when you're not listening to what I'm telling you to do.
Oh.
And that's a lie. That's totally against the damn law.
Oh, look.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Y'all, please tell him why that's a fucking lie, because that right there just pissed me
Say
the fuck
it
off.
again, man. Say it again, man.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Y'all explain that. I'm gonna leave that for y'all. Y'all explain why that's some bullshit right there.
Man, you damn right. You have no right to use physical force unless there's a crime being committed of acts of violence towards another person or yourself, or someone is harming themselves. Like, are you kidding me?
And my comment is fuck the police. Fuck the fucking police.
That shit, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give him a Game of Thrones.
Shame. 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 Shame.
This kid, this kid done explained to you he had his headphones on, and you still trying to double down on your argument that you can just do whatever the fuck you want to somebody if somebody don't listen to you. Like, man, fuck it, man. I'm gonna keep playing, man. I know this shit gonna get worse because I know them folks across the street. They probably know he a piece of shit. That's probably why they was yelling at him. They probably already know his vehicle number and everything. They know his face. They probably know his name. They know he full of shit because what he just said to that kid is some bullshit.
Hey, Jay, I want to say this.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I ain't mean to interrupt. I want to say real quick. He acting like we in the monarchy. Like this is not a democracy where the majority rules. Like it's a dictatorship and a monarchy. The government and the rules and the laws that we live up under in our nation.
Mm-hmm.
What is he talking about?
That's how they operate. And that's why I be trying to tell these folks when they be getting mad when folks speak bad about the cops. Oh, you just hate the cops. No, look at how these motherfuckers operate. Look at how they treat your fellow citizens. Every time it's some bullshit that goes on in America, like 9/11 happened, we all need to come together. We need to come together and be all one. But then when it's like, okay, everything cool and shit, and we telling you people inside this country, telling you like, look, we got issues inside this country too. They tell us that you play victim, you making excuses, stop being criminal, change your culture. Nah, bitch, look at your fucking culture because y'all the ones who support these bitches doing this fucked up shit. Y'all support this shit. Motherfucker die for these motherfuckers, man. And it's crazy. They'll die for these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers over here, they will rob your house blind, fuck your wife, shoot your kid in the back and lie about it, even when it's on camera and still get off because of motherfuckers like them. I swear to shit. This is some bullshit, bro. You know, I'm gonna let it
God hate in your heart, let it out.
Yeah, I'm about to get pissed off, man. I swear, I'm gonna get a little high. I get a little high. I'm gonna let you ride it though.
Because I have a lawful reason to get out with you.
No, you don't.
The neighbors subsequently posted those videos on social media. They went viral. This caused the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office to make a statement in response. This was their news release dated January 31st, 2025. This is what they said happened. A deputy made contact with a 20-year-old individual during routine patrol of Julia Drive in Milton. In other words, there had been no crime. Nobody had reported a crime. It was just some guy driving around who saw some kid walking towards his mailbox. After observing a potential law violation and the individual disregarding verbal command.
Keyword, potential. This is after the fact. Hindsight 2020. They saying potential. You should know right now whether it was an actual law violation or not. It wasn't one. So you threw potential in there to try to justify what you did, what your officer did.
Exactly.
You know whether he did it or not. You don't talk about what the officer mind was when you put out a statement. You talk about what it was. They trying to put that shit in there to make it seem like, yeah, it possibly was a violation. Was it a violation, nigga? Was it?
Right.
But let's see what else they went on to say.
The deputy made contact at the residence. Based on the circumstances, the individual was detained as part of the investigative process. During questioning, it was determined that the individual may not have heard the deputy's commands due to wearing headphones, which were covered by a hooded jacket and not visible to the deputy. Following the investigation, no charges were filed. We ask the community to be patient as we complete the internal investigation. Until this investigation is completed, we are unable to provide further details.
So y'all not even gonna mention, you're not even gonna mention the fact that he grabbed that kid and slammed him to the ground, huh?
Right.
They say suspect was detained. How you detain him? let's see what a shout out to them black folks that recorded that shit and put it on the fucking internet, because otherwise wouldn't nobody have heard about this. This little kid would have been, well, this 20-year-old would have been violated by the police and nobody would have said nothing. Thank God for the internet and them black folks across the street. Say it again, them black folks across that street that put it on the internet for people to see. Because otherwise they would have hemmed that kid up, did all that shit to him, roughed his ass up, and not said a fucking word about it.
So who's the criminal? Damn. So the question is, who is the criminal? Who's committing the criminal activity? It is not the young man, evidently.
Yeah, we know who it is. Us on this panel know who the fuck it is. The question is for them folks that don't want to ever say the police do something wrong. That's the question we need to ask them, because we clearly know. But either way, let's keep going, because remember they said that the public got outraged about this shit. Let's see what happened.
The Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office, led by Sheriff Bob Johnson, launched an internal affairs investigation. Ultimately, they concluded that Deputy McPherson did in fact violate the department's policy on conduct unbecoming of a law enforcement officer, specifically the standard of conduct/integrity, which prohibits actions that undermine the agency's reputation or an officer's integrity. In the end, McPherson was suspended for 3 days as a result. McPherson himself expressed regret.
Suspended for 3 days. You assaulted a civilian. If I went up and grabbed the cop and slammed his ass to the ground right outside his front door, I'd be in prison.
Yeah. Exactly. And they forgot to say, trust and believe it.
This shit crazy, man.
But that's the punishment for being a damn criminal. Because that's exactly what he is. He's a criminal with a blue uniform on.
Plain and simple. Hey, look, they always say if one of us commit a criminal act or break a law, we're a criminal now. Okay, well, guess what? That's exactly what the fuck he did. He's a fucking criminal. Yep. Take the title. If you can easily dish the title out to everybody else, you can easily take it too. He's a fucking criminal. Let's see. So 3 day suspension. Let's see what else.
Admitting to the internal affairs investigator that he let anger influence his actions, and he spoke discourteously to Alexander and the neighbors. And he felt that the video did not reflect who he aimed to be. Honestly, this just makes me.
No, that's exactly who the fuck you is, though. I don't care what you aim to be. That's who you are. You did that in the heat of the moment. Your adrenaline was pumping and everything. You showed who you truly was. You showed exactly who you was. I don't care what the fuck you aim to be. I know what the fuck you are.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment.
In the heat of the moment, y'all. Heat of the motherfucking moment.
Me want to pull my hair out. Why is there this much ignorance about basic constitutional law? It's not even mentioned in the press releases, in the media reports, anywhere. The actual problem here, just violating department policy because you're rude to somebody or you're using profane language. Those are not constitutional violations. Those mean nothing. Everyone is either ignoring or missing the actual real problem here. Not just that it embarrasses your department or embarrasses a police officer to mistreat an autistic kid or curse at people who are filming them. At the very beginning of the body cam footage, Deputy McPherson mentions that he does not have a warrant.
If you don't open the door, we're going to write a warrant and kick your door in.
He's making threats to go get a warrant if the door is not opened. Therefore, he does not have a warrant. What can police officers not do if they do not have a warrant? They cannot arrest you at your home, inside your home, without a warrant. U.S. Supreme Court, Payton versus New York, very, very basic constitutional law. But let's get more specific. This happened in Florida. Florida is in the 11th Federal Circuit. There's a good case there from 2015, Moore versus Peterson. Everything we need to know is discussed in that case. Like here, that was a doorway threshold arrest without a warrant. And that's a big no-no, even through the 11th Circuit, which almost always sides with police officers. Internal Affairs should go read that case, because here's what it says. Police violate the Fourth Amendment when they effect a warrantless arrest at the threshold of a home where they lack probable cause and either exigent circumstances or consent. Generally, police can make an arrest without a warrant if they have probable cause, but not in a home. To arrest somebody in a home without a warrant, they still have to have probable cause, but then they also have to have either consent, because anybody can waive their constitutional rights. Why would you do that? I don't know. That didn't happen here, thankfully. Or the only other exception is exigent circumstances, which is some sort of emergency.
Somebody running through the house, you can chase
like it's a domestic violence situation and somebody's in danger inside the house. It can't just be like, hey, I saw you cross the street. I think that's a crime. I have reasonable suspicion that some crime had occurred. Therefore, I'm detaining you or arresting you, whatever. They can't do that. Moore versus Peterson specifically said that a reasonable, articulable suspicion of criminal wrongdoing is not enough when you're dealing with the home or the threshold of a home. Additionally, the court said when the police knock on a door and the occupant chooses to open the door and speak with the officers, the occupant need not allow the officers to enter the premises and may refuse to answer any questions at any time. But unfortunately here, Alexander was denied his Fourth Amendment constitutional rights. Who cares about the cussing? Who cares about the optics? I care about the Constitution. I care about the fact that nobody bothered to point out the real problem here. Yeah, an autistic kid was thrown to the ground, but it happened out of the threshold of his home, which even if it wasn't an autistic kid, if it was an unsympathetic criminal, it is just as serious. I'd love to hear these.
You're goddamn right.
Sheriff of Santa Rosa County, Florida, address that. And he probably parades around as a conservative to get votes. Why didn't Internal Affairs address the fact that this kid was pulled out of his house in violation of the Fourth Amendment? I want to hear the explanation. And if they can't explain that, he needs to go. Everybody involved needs to go. This police officer especially needs to go. They're sending a signal to other police officers in that agency, in that department. You don't need a warrant to pull somebody out of their front door. Just don't use obscene language when you do it. They're gaslighting the public is what they're doing. And the media doesn't know any better, but people need to see the footage and they need to know better. They need to know what the law is. You can help by making this go viral. Make sure that everybody sees it, increase the pressure on them to give some sort of a response and spread the truth, spread the real law. And let me know in a comment what you think about this.
Hey, look, and I want y'all to do that shit too over here, man. Spread this shit. Share these goddamn videos, man. Because he 100% right. He 100% right, man. You yank this kid about the front doorstep in the news, and that's a good point that he made about the news station that covered this. Y'all didn't even point out the constitutional violation. Y'all just said, "Oh, well, he cussed at the kid and he was rude." The motherfucker yanked the dude out of his house. He yanked him out and slammed him on the ground.
Man, Alexander got a fat ass lawsuit against Santa Rosa County. And then he's saying that, you know, they already went to Internal Affairs. Internal Affairs hadn't addressed the issue, but did nothing. So far, the police department or his superior has only suspended him for 3 damn days. It's ridiculous, but he definitely got a civil lawsuit against him.
Oh, yeah, and guess what? I'll say this. And Alexander, if you do side file, which you should, make sure you send some money on across that street to your neighbors, too. Because otherwise, without them fucking filming that shit and putting it on the internet, nobody would know about it. They would sweep it underneath the rug because they didn't say nothing about it until it went viral on the internet. That's the only reason they even opened their fucking mouths. And people need to really pay attention to that. Man, these motherfuckers will violate you all today. The only reason that they even be coming out having to give these press conferences and all this shit is because they've been getting exposed time and time again. Just imagine what things were like before we even had cameras.
So I'm finna say, so what's the question is, what's the purpose of the body cams? I mean, if you're not honoring that, what in the procedure, what the hell you got them for?
Look, I would say this. This is what I would do. And this is something that I would want to institute. I would want to institute a civilian board that review body cams, every fucking body cam. After they get off with their shift, bring your body cams in. We're going to upload it. And we got a civilian board that's going to look over all these just to look for any violations. Keep these motherfuckers on their P's and Q's 24/7. But they don't even want to do that. And then when it's an incident where the public is actually outraged about it, they don't even want to release the body cam. That shouldn't even be no question about that. We pay for that equipment. We pay to fucking save that information. That shit come out when the fuck some shit pop off, no matter what. But you see how the courts like to let them hide shit. Talking about it might jeopardize a case. Fuck all that. That's to jeopardize a case in your fucking favor.
Yeah, that's the facts. That's your evidence.
I think, you know, I'm going to conspiracy route. I think they use these body cams for personal snuff films just to keep. And you're there. Yeah. Look what I did to that nigga, though.
Oh
Like,
look,
oh
they
my
do
God.
that. They do that shit. I done seen people talk about it. They'll go get like they'll fuck somebody up one night and dude be bragging about it. They'll get the body cam and they be sharing it between each other in text messages. It done came out in court cases many a times. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Damn! I thought that was conspiracy. That shit is real.
No, there's been some court cases where this shit done came out where a cop done violated somebody and they go back to their past history where they grab the body cams off and they be sharing the videos. Like, yeah, I had to fuck the dude up and they be sharing that shit with each other.
Damn.
That's
This shit is
that's
real.
wild, man.
You gotta get that Cardi B. This shit is real.
Well, shit, hey, look, for real. Because we in the last 10 minutes, man. I want to get y'all final thoughts on these videos, man. Because I'm a little irritated. That last one kind of got me hot. So let me go. I'm gonna do Miss Jackson last. I'm gonna go to Hurricane first. Hurricane, give me your thoughts.
Great video as always. Fuck the police. And already got to talk about the origin. They are slave catchers in Night Watch, and the modern day are just motherfucking order followers for the New World Order. And these motherfuckers try to get their quota, and they don't give a fuck who lives they motherfucking put in jeopardy. They don't give a fuck. A fucking 3-day suspension, getting off, or motherfucking or just motherfucking doing a fucking psych eval or whatever, and they still don't even understand what the fuck they doing. I don't know why they hire these motherfuckers, but I think I do. They want us all just fucking dead or locked up. They don't give a fuck about us. Like Michael Jackson said, all I want to say is that they don't even care about it.
Hey, look, you right about that shit. You right about that shit. And see, look, I'm gonna get Uncanny last since you just want to pop in here the last second because we ain't going over 2 hours. All right, we're going to Miss Jackson now. Give me your final thoughts, Miss Jackson.
Good content as usual. I have a fire burning in my heart, and the passion comes from a root because I can identify. I've had similar experiences myself. I know what it's like for the police to bust in your door without no warrant, and you're not a suspect nor live a life of crime or been involved in any criminal activity and be treated as a criminal and your rights violated, and you go to jail bogusly and you go to try to fight for your rights and basically go through an arm and a leg and nothing gets done about it. You have to fight for justice. So that's the reason why I have my channel, Scoop for Justice, because our voices are power and knowledge is power. And once we know our rights and we know the law, we use them and put them to work. That makes the change. You teach people how to treat you. And when you stand for something, you show them they can't run over you and you rise up, then they have to bow down. They have to honor that. We are the people and we are in control. The majority rules. So, I just want to say, commend you again for all your content and work and info that we put out there. It's not the minority, it's not just us and our people, but they're doing it to their own as well. Because they put people in classes, and it's really not about race, it's about a dollar. So, I just say, I was glad to join in again tonight. And please check me out. I am Kenny Jackson, working on my channel, The Grow and Rise at School for Justice here on YouTube. And another good evening. Final thoughts for the night.
All right. Now we got Uncanny Slick in the last second, about to get fired on this little smoke break. Go ahead. What you got real quick?
I can't. After Miss Jackson said that powerful monologue, I was gonna troll, but she has said what she said. Now I can't do it. Damn. I was gonna say, in Mexico, where I'm from, we usually just get bribes. We get bribed and we take the money. Gonna say a little joke about the kid going to the mail, and if I can't body slam kids while I'm a police officer, then what are we doing? But I can't do it because Mr. Jackson was so serious. I can't.
Right. So you need to get serious, Uncanny, around here. We talking about serious things, man. Because the sad part is like, go ahead.
No, I know how the police are. Trust me. Every time I get pulled over, it's always drugs in the car, guns in the car. It's always the same shit with me. I don't even look. I have a Pikachu doll in the middle of my car, and I'm still somehow a suspect.
Cause Pikachu that nigga, bro. Pikachu the dope, man. You see the motherfucking the Pikachu parody?
I'm running drugs through Indiana with a WWE belt, and a Pikachu on the dashboard. I'm just,
Hey, look, that motherfucker trying to look inconspicuous. Lock his ass up, Johnson. Lock his ass up.
But now in Peru, man, they stop buses. Like, you know, I don't know if you guys ever had buses, but I'm gonna say this quick. They'll stop buses and they'll pull them over, and literally the dude from the bus will give him money, and then the police officer will just go on his way. So, hey, at least over here, you know, bribery's in the hush hush.
Yeah. Yeah, look, and sad part is, I bet in America they were taking bribes too. It all comes down to these cameras being around all the time now, so kind of make it a little bit harder for them. But man, look, we already know the biggest drug dealers in all these neighborhoods are the cops. They grab that shit from one motherfucker and sell it to the next motherfucker so he can sell it to somebody else, so I can arrest that motherfucker and goddamn repeat the cycle. Repeat the fucking cycle. But look, we coming to the last couple minutes, so let me do this real quick. Look, y'all, for the rest of the week, we're going to be streaming over here on the network. Make sure y'all tune in, spread the word to everybody. I'm not doing the live streams over on Let's Talk. I want to fucking do a hard 1 week push over here because I want to get this network where it needs to be. So make sure this is where y'all tune in, turn your notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. But look, when it comes to these cop videos, man, look, I'm going to keep putting them out there. But I promise you, I'm not covering no more unless it's just some super egregious shit that's creating like a political thing in America. When it comes to black folks, I'm just covering these white folks. For all y'all white folks that don't think they fuck with y'all, they don't think they won't touch y'all, won't violate y'all, won't do nothing to y'all. Y'all think they just do it to other folks. I'm gonna show them how much they do it to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all, and you're gonna get tired of seeing these videos. So hopefully that'll make you open your motherfucking mouth when we saying things. Because think about it, that white kid just got fucked up, and the only person that spoke up for him was some black folks.
Yeah,
that's the only motherfuckers that spoke up for him. Y'all need to remember that. Y'all need to really take that into mind. Because if he would have did that around a bunch of white folks, y'all would have just sat there and watched like, oh my God. And that's the most that came out of your mouth. It went on about y'all business. Let me go and cut the grass. He obviously did something. He had a hoodie on. So
yep, with the hoodie,
make sure y'all tune in. Yeah, for real. Make sure y'all tune in over here. We're trying to cover these videos every Thursday. We're gonna have a cop video. But look, man, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn the notice on, all that in the bag of chips. Over here on the JVJ network, because that's where we're going to be at for the rest of the week. Shout out to everybody that jumped up tonight. If y'all want to chill around for a second in the back chat, chill around for a second. But we about to get the fuck up out of here, and we'll catch y'all in next week as always, man. Peace.